autism spectrum disorder. That's what it is. Some people say it's ASD. It is a developmental condition and it affects two main areas, communication and socialization. So in the diagnosis, you've got to look at three things under communication, and then there are 2 out of 4 things under the socialization. So if the child meets those criteria, then we say they've got autism spectrum disorder. So the communication is understanding nonverbal communication, so waving, understanding facial expressions, pointing, all the communication that we normally do in a social context without saying words. They would struggle to understand that. They have difficulty with relationships, so understanding a relationship, that you can't do certain things with people who are not family members, but for them there's no boundaries. They'll kind of cross those social boundaries. And just deficits in communication, so late acquisition of words, or you start off with words, then you lose them in the first year of life, and you can later on have more words. Others, though, don't develop speech. So that's about a 30% of people who are on the spectrum. And under the socialization...
30% of them don't have speech?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you look at all the population with autism, about 30% may start off with speech and then lose speech, and then 30%...
We'll come back to that, because I think that's the part I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the other 30% will probably have words, be able to say some phrases, but not full sentences. And the last 30% will have sentences or fluent speech. Where the child falls, I can't tell from an early age. And as they grow up and become adults, it can change. So they can start off with no words and then have a few words and then sentences. Others remain the same, and others just stay at the single words.
Okay.
So it's different for different individuals, and that's why it's called a spectrum.
Okay.